was in America. I'm like, what? What did I do? Like, what? It is. What's up? Hey, you know what it is. Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Hlingwe Changase, and for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who've been riding with the girl, thank you so much and welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and always press the ringer so that every time when I post a video, you know that the girl has done it again. Don't forget to also follow me on Instagram at ma.klengi, where I will always post when I've uploaded a new video. The link will always be in my bio, so yeah. Welcome back, guys. Today we will be talking about my very own baby, my organization, which is called Girls Lead. We will just cover everything, when it started, what is it, why did it start, and just everything about it. So Girls Lead is basically an organization that aims to see all girls at all levels, including the top, to change the dynamic, reshape the conversation, to make sure that women's voices are heard and heeded, not ignored and overlooked. So it started when my friends and I were having a conversation about them choosing subjects, and they kept on saying that math and science is for guys. And I sat there quietly listening to them. In my mind, Girls Lead had realized that this wasn't them thinking, but what the society has fed them. So I wanted to create a platform for these girls where I could tell them that there's no such thing as a guy thing or a girl thing. I wanted these girls to be leaders for other girls coming after them, so that they do not have this narrative that there is a job for a specific gender. And as much as we are advocating for women out there, we are not trying to bash men or trying to take their space in the world, but we are simply asking for a seat in the table. We are simply asking to be seen and heard. We are asking for our opinions to matter, you know. We do not want to have a title under our names written wife, but we want a profession that we are actually proud of. We do not want to become ornamental, but functional. How we should work twice as hard than men to be recognized when we didn't put ourselves in this position. But what would really be our fault is to keep the stereotype alive. Well, I'd have to go back to my high school days to actually explain how this really affected me. So when I got to high school, my brother was president of the school, and I would have people come into my class. So people already knew me before I got to the school as someone's sister. And when I got to high school, people would literally come to my class and ask me, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna run for president? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do this? So when I got there, people already had expectations of me. And then when I got to grade 9, my brother was president of other presidents. So he was president of the whole schools of Igurulini. I'm not bragging, trust me. So the pressure was, you know, it really elevated to a point where I'd have actually teachers asking me, are you his sister? And then, yeah, so what are you doing exactly? I'm like, I'm a student. But, you know, they expected me to say something huge, something big. I'm like the leader of the debate team, you know. So yeah, it started there, and for the parts of it, I liked it, and I went with the hype. And I was like, I'm whose sister, this is how I'm gonna live. I had a reputation when I was 14, guys. I told myself that I can't tarnish my brother's reputation, so I have to live a certain way, you know. So people expected me to be great, which is something that is just like amazing. But it was really, really putting me under a lot of pressure. You know, people would come to my class and ask me, so your brother did science, are you going to do science when you go to grade 10, you know? And I still, I didn't know. I really had no idea what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be at that point. And then I got to grade 10, I did science. I literally went with the hype. People wanted me to be my brother. So I started talking like him, I started walking like him, I started liking things that he liked, I started being a passive, because my brother was not really a people's person. So I started being that person. And I remember one time people asked me, are you gonna run this year? And I was too shy. I was like, no, I'm not gonna run. And then this guy that won presidency came to my class and said that I really wanted you to run because I wanted a challenge. Since your brother is not here, I wanted you to step up. And I was like, okay. Okay. And I started being some other person. I joined the debate team. I got bored, but I did it because my brother did it. And teachers would literally in my class be like, your brother was amazing, your brother was this, your brother was that, you should be like your brother, you should not let your brother down, this is what you are supposed to do, your brother passed, your brother did. My God, people put me under a lot of pressure to be my brother, and I started being my brother. So since people were just coming up with a lot of expectation, one time word got out that I can sing. So people literally came to me and were like, are you gonna sing since your brother, are you gonna join the choir since your brother was in the choir? Guys, I'm not even lying. People would come to me and say that since your brother is doing this, or since your brother has done this, are you gonna trust me? If my brother was dating, they'd probably come to me. I don't know, like that never happened, but I'm just making an example, like how it was, So maybe if he was dating, they would probably come to me and be like, so your brother's dating this girl, when are you gonna date? So people really were interested in my life. Guys, I had paparazzi. Oh my God. I literally had paparazzi. And so word got out that I can sing, and people asked me if I'm gonna join the choir since my brother was in the choir. And I just was like, no way. I don't do choirs. Like, no. So me saying that a whole principal came to my class and wankomba. I was like, Njanas, Sasa, Kufuna, Yokwai, what 3. Guys, you would never say no to my principal. People who were students at Bushman Secondary School, you know that. You would never say no to that person. So he said that I should join the choir. So I went to the choir, guys. I personally do not like to sing choral music. I don't even like that. No. So I got there. I was like, oh my God. Ooh, okay, I sang. Like, I joined the choir for probably like 2 weeks. And then I quit. Yo, sugar tea. Would get outside, I quit the choir. And then my principal went a meeting for everybody who could choir. And then he put me in front of those people. So the people were sitting, it was in the boardroom. They were sitting down and he stood and he called me to come stand with him. And he said that if this girl is not joining the choir, Nizonchaya Nonke. Okay, so I said to God, people were like, you said that. Oh no, sorry. He said that if this girl does not sing now, Nizonchaya Nonke. People were like, please, please. I'm like, I'm literally shy. People don't get this. I can't, guys, I was young. I was young. I was probably doing grade 8 or 9 because the principal was in his class. So obviously it was between grade 8 and grade 9 because grade 10 my brother decided to go to the school. So yeah, it was around there. So Balandu Budwami, and he stood with us. He was like, imala, but see. Lava boy to mabanga to the man, Mizon Shire. Yo, guys. My brother was in class. Bamphazamisa, bamdisturba for izinto ezingekho. For ukuthi mina ngifuna ukucula. Mfethu. Fine. Sacula-ke. We sang there. We sang and I joined the choir again. Cabanga. I joined the choir, but I've never went to a competition, meaning I quit Maraji. My principal just let me go because he was like, I just can see that my child, you do not want this. It's fine. It's fine. I have other expectations for you. Let's just leave this. Let's just leave this one. Now I'm my expectations. Now I'm So yeah, hey guys, I got to grade 11 and I ran for presidency, and my teachers, people who were judges, they literally told me that you are not going to be president because you are a girl. And I was like, what? People in the school, when I was walking around the school, people would come up to me and be like, who do you think you are? Like, we've never had a girl president. Like, you are not gonna be good enough because you are a girl. People who have been telling me for the most part of my life who to be, and people who've been like pressuring me to do this, now they are telling me that I can't do it because I'm a girl. And that's where I started coming out of the shell, and I started introducing myself as Tlingwe Njangase and not someone else's sister. And I realized that me and this person, we are very different people, and I'm not trying to be him. I am trying to be myself. That's when I introduced myself through my speech, who I was and what I stood for and what I wanted, and I advocated for change, but still they didn't choose me to be president. And I really got mad because I'm not trying to be like messy or whatnot, but people I ran against were just like, come on guys. But it was clear to me that I wasn't gonna make it because I'm a girl, and then that's where I started having this mindset that I need to change people. Not really change people, but change how they think. And advocating for change is really not that easy. Like, telling people this is how things should be is really not easy. So this is why I created a platform, so that we could be leaders of our lives, but not me telling these girls that this is what you're supposed to do, but me telling them that be a leader of your life, be what you want to be. Do not let people tell you who you are supposed to be, because for the most part of my life, people were expecting me to be a certain person. So expectations, they were just so huge in my mind that to a point where when I got to matric, I realized that I don't want to do science. But I'm in matric. Like, there's nothing that I can do. I just have to run with it. I hated everything about science and math, and I realized that it wasn't really people's fault because I ran with the hype, but at the very same time, I was very young, and I liked that people came to me and gave me their attention and wanted me to be great and wanted me to be like my brother. But at the end of the day, I had to introduce myself as Tlingwe Njangase and not someone else's sister. So that is really how it affected me personally. I realized that I have to stand up and be myself. I would have teachers saying that. So when I got to matric, my brother went overabroad to study. So I would have teachers come to my class and be like, you're not the one who's in America. I'm like, what? What did I do? Like, what did I say? Like, literally anything that I would do, they would be like, you're not your brother. You are not. Guys, people will just vurvai you. People will literally vurvai you. So I really did not understand why people were acting that way all of a sudden. That all of a sudden I'm trying to be myself, and then people are telling me that I'm not good enough and you are not your brother, when they've been telling me that you should be like your brother. You should not tarnish his reputation. You should keep the legacy going. People would come to me and be like, oh my god, leadership runs in the family. And I would like that. I would like that because people portrayed me to be their Michelle Obama, trust. So yeah, and then when I got to Metro, things changed because I was introducing myself as myself and not who's sister, and I would it really affected me to a point where I was just done. I remember one time my brother came back and we went out for lunch, and when we were coming back I told him that I like the pressure at school is just too much. I'm not saying that he raised the bar too high, but and it's not his fault that people are acting this way. But I really told him that, dude, like it's really tough to be me at school because people are expecting me to do certain things that I really don't like, that things that are really not me. So I had to start introducing myself as Linguinch, and I said either way. And I left at school people not referring me to someone else's sister, but as Linguinch, and I said because I started my own thing and I ran with it. So the struggles that I had, so first time when I started the organization, I ran it by a few friends, so I had a plan, so there's this thing in business we call an organogram. So I had this plan, was okay, on top, this thing, and here there is a financial manager, something like that, and then here there is a social media influencer, someone who's just gonna get the word out and whatnot. And then here we have like the communicator, the person that tells people what we are all about, and or rather a person that comes up with the ideas, yeah. So I had something like that. So I told those people, "Hore guys, here's an idea or something like this," and people liked it. The group that I told, they liked it. And so this girl that I appointed as my, let's just call her the publicist, so this girl that I appointed was like, let's start a group chat and then post a link on our status, and just right below the link we could see what is the like group about and whatnot and whatnot. So hey, we posted the link, guys. I probably had like 100 plus people in the group chat, but girls obviously. And then okay, it was overwhelming. I was like, oh my god, I started this thing today, and like people, like the response was like and I was like, okay. So yes, people like abantu nje bangena kanje, fine. And then we waited until we saw it, okay, people are not saying anything, and then my friend DM'd me, it's okay, talk to your people now. And I'm like, okay. Fellow South Africans. I'm kidding. But I was like, fellow girls Lydians. I mean, so I was like, okay, hello guys. There was my mistake. Hello guys, everybody. Hi, hello, hey, hello guys. So I was like, okay, cool. I wrote after that. I waited probably like 25 minutes. People, like, guys, I waited. And then I was like, I was smart about it, It's like, I hope everybody's good. So I started this group. Oh, my name is Linguinch, and I say, and I'm doing this. I started the group. I told them the aim. I told them the vision. And then we had people exiting the group. Trust me. Exit. My heart. Okay, exit. And then yeah, and then a few left, right? Probably like 60, but we were not like 100. Trust me, we were 100 plus, yeah. So maybe like 60 people like were still remaining, and I was like, okay, cool. In my mind, I'm like, we've taken the trash out. Now it's like people who are serious. Okay, and then yeah, I mean, we talked and I encouraged people to do this, read books, guys, watch the news, know what's going on in the world. I proposed that we will have discussions, we would have to meet and have discussions and just talk, about, when I said talk about issues, should see my emotional lab. When you talk about issues, people started talking about rape, people started talking about relationships. Guys, I am all for protecting women and whatnot, trust me. But every organization has an aim and a vision, So my vision was really not about that. But it was something that I proposed that we should do, what are they called? I proposed that we did service days. Yes, service days. We would talk about those things and help the other people about those issues. Service days we will just take our vision down for a day and just help the community. Right? Cool. But people thought that's the base of the organization, so I had to clear it out again. I probably set the vision that week 100, but I was happy people were there, and we started posting at the girls because okay, this is who's and I'm from Girls Lead, doing this, doing that. It was popping. But as time went, when I called meetings, when I called these lessons when I called people to have these lessons and talk about certain things, people were not interested. Trust me, people exited the group. And at some point in my life I was like, okay, let me not say in my life, exaggeration, but at some point I was like, I need to choose a team, certain people that I'm gonna work with. So I just stopped talking in the group. I think that was early this year. I stopped talking in the group, and I realized that when I stopped making conversation, people would not try to even make conversation. And I really, in every meeting, I really emphasized that this is not my organization, but our organization. And people were like, we are waiting for Kingiwe to do something. We are waiting for Kingiwe to say something. So yeah, that was struggle number 1. Struggle number 2 was that when we would have those service days, people would respond to what we were doing for the community, and they would like that, but they would think that that is what we are doing. They're like, oh my god, I want to join, guys, and I like what you guys are doing for the community, and I just want us to do more and go to schools and give up. Guys, so I had to stop service days because I feel like I didn't know how to also communicate with people, and then I didn't know, and people would really take what we would do on the side as this is what they're actually doing as an organization, and I had a very good conversation with someone I really admire, and she told me that this is not how you are supposed to put it down. This is not what you're supposed to. You're just supposed to make it clear. You're supposed to work as an organization and do something so that people see, okay, this is what they're doing. So today, they're just taking a day off and serving the community. So that's where I got to understand. It's okay. This is what I should be doing and this is what I should not be doing. So you have to have an open mind when you start something, because you will fall and crash and just, it's gonna be a very, very, sometimes it's gonna be steady, sometimes you're gonna walk, sometimes you're gonna run, sometimes you're gonna crawl, sometimes you're just gonna fall and just sit down and just be done, So you have to allow criticism, and you have to take it well, not okay, fair, sharp, you don't have to take criticism like that. You have to take it well, and you have to write it down and just see, okay, this is what I'm doing wrong, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, So yeah, after I had that talk with that lady, I realized that I really did not need members in my organization. I just needed a team that in the team we would really find our feet. And then after we've found our feeds, and then we bring people in, you know. So that was my mistake, bringing people in first without actually having a plan. It's like having a baby, but not having a crib, no food, no Pampers, like, guys, nothing, you know, and the baby's just there, it's just starving, you know. So I realized that it's not what I was supposed to do, and I am just glad that I started it. You know, sometimes you're like, I won't start because, like, I won't have a baby because I don't have a crib, because I don't have Pampers, you know. Sometimes you just have to have like that leap of faith and just buy my Pampers. It's kashanyana, you know, it's kashanyana, and then is news when I come to but don't have babies. So yes, that was struggle number 2. Struggle number 3 was finding, okay, since now I have a plan, so I need to have a team. Who should be my team, you know? And it was very hard. So when I started withdrawing from starting conversation all the time in the group, I realized it was, okay, this person starts the conversation, this person comes up with ideas, this person does this person does that, and I chose my team according to that. I chose my team according to interest. If this person is interested in how this person actually runs, or rather lives their life, because you can't say one thing and live another thing, you know. You can't say we are advocating for women but we don't even know issues around the world that involve what we are doing, you know. So I realized, okay, these girls are interested and they want to do this thing and they want to see it moving and they want to see it like going forward. So I took those people and I made a team. So I started the organization Girls Lead 2017. I had the idea 2017, but I ran with it 2018 because 2017 I was taking a trick, and it was about the time when I was writing my final exams. So I was like, okay, let me put this on hold and I will do it next year. So yeah, let's just say it started 2018. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you have comments regarding, or other questions regarding the organization, please do comment on the comment section and I will for sure answer you. And if one of those questions are like, can I join the organization? That option is really not open right now, but I would really like for you to just ask me such questions so that we see right? So thank you guys for watching my other video. Bye girls.